What's up? What's up? Welcome to my channel, Supp. Throw up a like and hit the description below. Or leave a fucking comment. Anyways, I just wanted to do some updates. I got a new vest. It's about 20 pounds. You can probably see the back of it. It's pretty heavy. I mean, I only weigh so much, but 20 pounds is pretty good for me. I went running a while back. For the first time, so 20 pounds was like, holy fuck, you know. And I also wear this too. It's a elevation mask, so I just strap it up like this, put this on, and it actually just makes it harder to breathe. So you got 1 here, 2, 3, and 4. So 4, 3, 2, 1. So I went running with this along with the vest. So my conditioning's I've been stepping up my conditioning a lot more. I only did it one time with this vest. But the breathing, it was pretty hard. One day I went with just this alone. I had it on 1 set. Then once I got like 2 miles of the way, then I did the rest on 2. I kept it on 2. I think I might have jumped it up to 3 when I had ran up like a hill. Anyways, it helps with the whole physicality of the body. I was just gonna do an update about my juicing too, because for a while I was doing oranges and lemons. Now after that, I was aiming more for grapes and lemons, and it had like a really dark consistency color. It was really fucking good. It tastes really good. But I noticed, either just because of the seasons or they're just not selling them as much, but I kind of tend to go with my guidance. Lately, there hasn't been no. I shop at Smart and Final now versus Walmart because their fucking produce just sucks. So with Smart and Final, not so much with their organic, because I know when they do that, it's mainly just doing a lot of research. A lot of their shit's not really organic, you know. So I just go for like the most. You can kind of tell, like when you smell the fruit, the way you touch it, like it's not cloned, it's not fucked with. It might be somewhat, but not as bad as the fruits at Walmart that I was doing. So now I have like 8 lemons in here, and 2 apples, and ginger, and a lot of water. So right now I've been like focusing on this for the last week or so. And I know it's working really well in my stomach and my digestive system, my gut lining that I've been trying to heal for quite some time, because when I was younger, I drank a lot of fucking horrible fucking drinks that fucked up my shit. So I do notice though, since I started, my skin, like in my face, a lot of people have been like, hey, looking pretty fresh there, you know. So it helps a lot with the alkaline base in your body, because most of the times when your hands dry, your feet are dry, your face is dry, or you feel like your skin's tight, you're not really getting enough fluids, like natural fluids, which is like water, because your body's like 70% water. Anyways, I was doing a short update of that. But I would be careful with lemon, because if your stomach's like pretty jacked and you drink a lot of this, and let's say you go to do sit-ups, a lot of that shit's gonna leak through your gut, going through your bloodstream, and like send like sharp, mean ass acid pains in your brain. That happened to me like some years back when I was first healing. My gut's gotten a lot more better over time. But yeah, this is my new vest that I'm trying out. I haven't gone since the first day, because running and it moving a lot, it started to give me like some burn here, you know, like it starts to like rub against your skin and stuff like that. Also, I've been working on my bones down here. I've been using this versus the metal one that I usually was using for my conditioning. If you guys keep up with my videos, you know. So that's pretty tough versus the metal, because I've been doing the bones. If you ever watch my videos, I've been doing this for quite some time. So I'm able to take really good shots. I'm working on the lower half of my body with this lately. And then when I'm at work, we have like a dustpan. So I just unscrew it, move it. Some people will see me doing this and they're, oh, what are you doing? And I'm like, just shut the fuck up, mind your fucking business, you know? So this, eventually, I want to get it tough enough. So if you do keep up with my videos, I'm usually at the park and I'm hitting that metal. I want to be able to use my legs, but it's not tough enough because I noticed that even if I'm conditioning down here and it's stronger than up here, now you got to think about your bone, because your bone is so thin there that there's other spots on the side here on the bone that I'm not getting, right? So like you can be tightening all this and making this super strong, but on the side here, this bone's weak. So like right in here, maybe on the side or even curving, especially right here, it's so delicate. If you can see the bruising there, especially here, because there's nerves in these, in between the meat and the bone. So sometimes when you're hitting the bone, and even if the bone can take it, it's your nerve that's like, ooh, you know? So it fucking hurts. But, you know, that's why I say to work at it real slow, because eventually, like, you numb that nerve, and that nerve just loses feeling. Just like people that, you know, like, they get into, like, a fire, and their fucking skin burns from like a 1st degree to 2nd degree. Once it hits the 3rd degree, then their nerves are burned out. Like they'll feel it, like you know, they burn up, but then at some point the nerves are dead. So that's pretty much what you're getting at, really, is to like numb the nerve, and then eventually it becomes kind of like paralyzed, and then you're able to work that bone. But it takes some time. You know, you don't have to rush it. I know a lot of foods like that are like in Thailand or kickboxers, they'll have somebody on one end and you have your leg out and they'll fucking roll real hard. Just I don't think you should be doing that. Yeah, I get it. You know, a lot of dudes build themselves like that, but I'd rather work on, I call them increments, small increments at a time. You know, kind of like how I was working with my arms and my shoulders. Like if you ever watch my other videos where I'm bam hitting it, I'm hitting that metal pretty fucking hard, especially when I go running out 4 miles and there's like a pillar out there. It's like metal and it's got cement in it, and I hit that thing pretty good. Like if you're there, because like the camera that you can hear me only to an extent, but when you're there and I'm hitting it, you can hear it go boom boom boom. So it took me, I want to say exactly like 3 weeks when I started on my arms and my shoulders and the back of my forearm here. So I did it little by little, just like this. And then eventually, after 3 weeks, you know, I was able to like really get at it, and then started working harder and harder. And then before you know it, you're already there. You know, you can't rush things. That's if you're trying to condition the body. That's just shit that I'm into. I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping that some of these videos are, I don't know, if they help anybody in any way. Like, you know, if you're trying to build strength, or I don't know, if you're bullied and, you know, you want to learn self-defense, you know what I mean? You can always learn on your own. You could take classes. I've taken some classes before. They didn't really seem to work out just because of certain shit, but for me, I learned the fundamentals about everything, and then after I've had so many little phenomenons happen to me, that's when I was like, you know what, I'm just going to start training on my own. So I pick up a lot of traits, I get trained by certain people, and then I just take it in my own hands, and then I utilize what I learned, and then I study shit, and then I'll apply it. You know what I mean? So you can't sit here and say, because I've talked to plenty of dudes that I'll show them my videos, and they'll look at it and be like, oh, like there's a particular one I'm sure that you all seen before, where I'm hitting the tree and I'm moving a lot, you know, and I'm switching feet. I've heard so many dudes make comments about stay a certain way, you know, don't move so much, and this and that and the other. It's like, okay, I'm not just necessarily boxing. Like, I'm using my shoulders, my elbows, Sometimes you'll see me in my other videos, like I'll headbutt some shit. So it's not necessarily just boxing. Like, I get it. You're going to be one way when you box, you dip and, you move a certain way and you fucking block, you know what I mean? But there was one particular dude, because it made me question my own shit, hearing it from so many people. But what do they really know? You know what I mean? They only know what they've been trained, and they apply that to what they know. But I'm training in multiple areas. I'm not just training specifically in boxing. Yeah, I use my hands a lot, but like I said, I'm trying to work my whole body in, like with all this I'm trained, and then I'm working the lower half in little by little. I'm not able to kick the fucking tree like most dudes can in certain areas, but they kick banana trees. Now the tree that I'm working on is fucking solid as fuck, but it's real smooth. It's not prickly or anything like that, so I don't scar up my skin or anything. But long story short, I looked up a video of some dude talking about stances, which means like how you stand, how you move. He's all, there's no correct way to stand or how you fight or whatever. He's all, whatever works best for you, you do that. He's like, there's no way in fucking hell that any dude should tell you like, oh, you got to be this way, you got to be that way. There's multiple ways to fight. There's multiple ways to stand. I switch feet is because I'm able to use my left and then my power shots with my right. But then I can also jab with my right and give you a good power shot with my left. So if you're switching back and forth, you're going to confuse the other guy, because most people will fight, southpaw or the other way. You know what I mean? So it all just really kind of depends. Some dudes want to go straight up and box. Some other dudes don't want to box. Some dudes want to just take you to the floor. They want to do that wrestling shit. I know that there's plenty of fools that have seen UFC fucking fights, and I don't know how many, but me, I want to say 99% of the time, I fucking hate when dudes try to grab and wrestle you down. It's either because they're not really so good at fighting, you know what I mean? Or they just prefer wrestling, then go to a wrestling team, you know what I mean? But you can't really tell a fighter or anyone that wants to fight specifically how they should, you know what I mean? You can give them pointers, show them what they got, you know what I mean? Or teach them vice versa, you know what I mean? But I learn in a bunch of other different areas. I'm not going to say that I'm the best teacher, because I don't know if I haven't even really even taught anybody. I've shown some people some things and they heard me out, but that's only like here nor there, you know what I mean? I pretty much keep myself to my own shit, do my own thing, train on my own, you know what I mean? Like I don't need no teacher. If I go and look for a teacher, it's because I need practice in something, or I might learn something. I do want to find like a old school fucking karate dude, you know what I mean? But I've yet to find anybody like that out here. I would probably have to go somewhere like in the monasteries or some kind of like ancient, kung fu master or something like that. But I don't think they have anything like that out here. But I've been studying a lot on that stuff. It's been a while. I've just been running a lot. I've been going for like 11-mile runs. I've been doing like 4-mile runs in the afternoon or in the morning, and then I do 4 miles in the afternoon. So I've been doing like a lot of fucking running. And especially it's going to be getting hotter, so I have to go earlier. But I mean, in between that, I got to go to work. So I go to work, handle my shit. I've also been studying this King James Version Bible. I know a lot of people don't really care to read the Bible or talk about God or anything like that. But for me, if you don't believe we're in the end times right now from all the crazy shit that's been going on, the whole COVID thing and whatnot, then either you just not paying attention, you don't know very much about it, or you're just fucking oblivious to the shit. But I believe we're heading clear in that direction. I've been getting a lot of information from certain people, like shit that's going on, like the for instance, the US dollar, it's losing its value, right? And it's losing its value on purpose within the United States. The United States, everything's been going up so high, food, rent, people are struggling and shit like that, you know what I mean? People are not really looking to guidance, like spiritually or of God, A lot of bad things have happened to people. I've lost a cousin. He passed away. I lost a friend of mine that just passed away recently. I heard about somebody out from my old town where I used to live. It was a friend of a friend. She passed away. And I don't think they're just regular incidences. I do believe there's a lot of shit at play because, like, there's stuff in the food, people that drink or do drugs or smoke weed. There's a lot of, like, spiritual shit going on, like demonic forces. You got entities and stuff like that. And if you don't believe it, it tells you in here. You know what I mean? There's a lot of stories. This book right here will tell you everything. It's all history. We've been at war for forever. You know what I mean? This one right now is talking about the future pretense of like we're rumors of war, and like all the stuff that's going on in Hollywood, like all of it's just a big distraction. Everything that's on the news media, Facebook and all that shit, the trend, it's pretty much just to blind you and be like, look over here, don't look over there, look over here, and or check this out, because they want to disconnect you from believing within, or believing above, believing of the man upstairs that created everything. So yeah, it does scare people, because in the tribulation and the revelation, it talks about the end times, you know what I mean? And there's going to be a lot of stuff that goes down within the next year or two. They're already doing it. Eventually the US dollar is going to lose its total value, and they've been on this whole cryptocurrency and all this and that and the trade, and it's just a bunch of bullshit. Eventually it's going to go digital, where you're going to have to take the mark of the beast, and that's either within the hand or the chip in the head, whatever that might be. You can't buy, sell, or trade. That's what it says in the Bible. And mock my words, people are going to talk shit, say this video is full of crap, this and that. You're not going to believe it. But I'm telling you right now, watch when that starts to transition. Pay attention to your jobs. Notice new management's getting pushed in. People are doing little weird things, like when shit starts to go really sideways and stuff starts to look really fucking weird out there, or even in the skies, little phenomenons and stuff like that. Those are the false doctrines, the false prophets, the certain things that are going to happen. Israel, when they end up, coming into peace and all that, the Antichrist will come, all that shit. So, my teachings are from what I'm doing. It's pretty much just to prepare yourself for, like, what's to come, because there's going to be war, I guarantee you. So, just be wise, be diligent, be alert. If you do drink or smoke weed or whatever, be aware of your surroundings. You know what I mean? Don't always be out just partying and not giving a shit. If you come into question about some things, or you feel guidance and all that, start questioning things. Start, opening up your mind more. You know what I mean? Like, be more of a leader, not a follower. Don't follow people, what they tell you to do. If you feel it's wrong in your heart, then don't do it. You know what I mean? And that's just plain example. So I hope this video hits some people that are paying attention to it. And that's all I got for right now. But yeah, you guys have a great night. All right, peace out.